Friday forecast, the bye week is over. Nebraska heads to West Lafayette, Indiana. Huskers and Boilermakers. Sean, let's start with the Huskers. Their bye week, what did they figure out, especially on the offensive line?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. Matt Farniak is getting closer to being 100%, and a lot of grumbling over the bye week that he could end up being the starting guard at right side where Tanner Farmer's at right now. So you get the sense they want to try something different. That might be one of the moves to watch. We know Brennan Hymas, I think, is kind of locked in already at right tackle. And, I think they saw enough from Farniak early that they want to give him a shot this week.
Yeah, Farniak's still dealing with that club issue, though his hand even better and better. Let's talk about the running back situation. Some clarity finally, but some unfortunate news.
Yeah, Trey Bryant went under surgery on Wednesday for Nebraska, or Tuesday, excuse me, and we don't know actually the exact extent of the injury other than he went under the knife on that knee that's been bothering him, but he will get the year back. He's only played in 6 quarters, so he's eligible to get the medical, but that means a lot of Divino Zigbo. We know Mikael Wilbon, but I still think Jalen Bradley is going to have a say in this, Andy, down the stretch as well.
Yeah, Mike Riley calling Trey Bryant's procedure corrective on the defensive side of the football. Some injuries at linebacker, but some good news in the defensive backfield at safety.
Yeah, Nebraska will get all 3 of their top safeties back. Aaron Williams, Antonio Reed, and Joshua Kalu expected to be back on the field at Purdue. The problem is the guys in front of them, particularly their best one this season so far, Luke Gifford, is going to be out, and Dedrick Young, who's played all right at times. So the linebacker shuffle, you would expect Mohamed Berry is going to play a lot of snaps in the middle. You might even see Avery Roberts get an opportunity this week. I mean, that's not something I would rule out at this point. It's outside that's interesting. With Marcus Newby, we know will be a starter in there, but what will they do on the other end? Is Cedric King a good matchup this week against the spread? They've got a lot of things to sort out there with that outside linebacker.
Purdue's an interesting story. They're 3-4 on the season, 1-3 in the Big Ten, but really as the same record as Nebraska. But it seems like totally different perceptions of the programs at this point.
Yeah, and you look at their wins, Andy. They beat a really bad Missouri team, and then was it Illinois they beat?
They beat Ohio.
And
they beat Minnesota.
So the Minnesota one, I think, is the one that got people's attention. And then playing people close. I mean,
Louisville.
Just playing teams close is really what's got people excited about Purdue. But this, to me, is a game Nebraska should win. Like, they need to win this game. I think all things considered equal, they are the better team. But it's the mental side of the game. And Jeff Brom has gotten this Purdue team to think they're better than people thought they were, where Nebraska is not as good as people thought they were. So it's what team wants this more mentally, and will the bye week and things like that get Nebraska healed up? This is not an explosive Purdue offense. I mean, they just play solid, sound football across the board, but I don't look at them as a decisive favorite in a lot of the matchups.
Yeah, Purdue is favored by 6. Purdue had more than double the yards at Rutgers and still lost to the Scarlet Knights 14-12. But you did mention the close losses. They also lost to Michigan, playing them very close before losing 28-10, and they lost at Wisconsin 17-9. So, Sean, how do those things shake out? It shakes out on Saturday night in West Lafayette.
Prediction on a Friday forecast. Put me on the spot.
What are going to be the keys? Obviously, linebackers.
We saved the prediction for Saturday.
Yeah, but linebacker play is going to be the key. But I think the other focal point is they get back to running the ball. Right?
Can they get 200 yards on the ground?
Can they run the ball?
And what gets your attention, though, is what they did to Wisconsin. They lost that game, but they really kept the Badgers out of the end zone. I mean, that was surprising. Jonathan Taylor ran for over 200, and I think they only scored 17 points. I'm still trying to figure out how that happened when you see a game like that. So can Nebraska finish drives in this game, and can the running game generate around 200 yards? And that, to me, will be the biggest key in offense.
We will see. It's a 6:30 night game in West Lafayette. It's the Huskers and Boilermakers. It's at Purdue. It's on the Big Ten Network.